Hi folks, I was just watching the news for the first time in months. I don't bother. Generally speaking, I don't have a TV, but I can watch Channel 4 online. So I thought, okay, what's the news? Yeah. Well, it looks like the Labour Party in the UK are going to Denmark to try and find a way to deal with immigration in a way that's going to help it to get sorted out. The problem is it won't work. It can't work. We're an island. Denmark has a system where if people go and they claim asylum, even if they're people that have been abused in the country they're in, they don't get to stay in Denmark. They can stay there for a while, and anyone who does get to stay on a permanent basis, they're not allowed to bring their families. So even years later, they can't bring their families over. Denmark make it pretty impossible, and they actually get rid of people. In the UK, you can't really do that because we're an island. Because you're an island, you have to fly the people to another destination, and you have all these human rights lawyers stopping that. So what are you going to do? We haven't exactly got a firm border that you can close. Countries do have firm borders that they can actually monitor and shut if necessary. Between one country. So if you've got immigration people coming from one country into Norway or Denmark into Denmark, and they want to deal with that, they can shut that off. They can say, right, okay, we're shutting off the area now, so you can't come through there. We're going to monitor very, very heavily who comes through the area to stop that. The UK, it's much more difficult to do. And the reality is, of course, the people who traffic people from areas to the UK, they won't care. If they have to go in a different area, if they can't go to Dover, where there's beaches, and obviously from France to Dover is not too long, so okay, it's a shorter way to go. But if they can't go to that place, they would go to another place where it's more dangerous to go there, because they don't care. They're not on the bloody boats, are they? Or dinghies. They're not on those. They pay people to do it, and they don't care if those people drown at all. So that's going to be an interesting situation to see what happens there. Of course, Labour are being pushed by Reform, because Reform are saying this is not good enough, that there needs to be a bit more control. Well, Labour are being pushed now because Reform have won a lot of seats recently, and so therefore, and they're making quite a lot of noise and getting an awful lot of support. So that's concerning to Labour. So Labour are having to try to now do something about that when they weren't interested before to do anything about it. Yeah. Then you've got America, where America is shut down, and what is Trump doing? He's going to Florida to one of his golf courses. So rather than trying to work on the issue and solve the problem, no, he's going to play golf. Yeah. Yeah. I understand. From that position, you can't really book a holiday for a peaceful time because, there is no peaceful times, really. You've always got things to deal with. You've always got work to be done. So therefore, having a holiday is very difficult. So therefore, making time for a round of golf. I don't blame him in a way for doing that, because obviously with that sort of a job, if you can get away, get away. But the problem is the perception of it. Yeah. It's not good, is it, really? It's a rich man's blinking sport. Of course it is. Generally speaking, poor people don't play golf. They can't afford to. They can't afford the good golf clubs. They can't afford to join the places where you have to join. I played golf. I used to work in a place called the National Star Centre in Cheltenham, south of England. And they have a 9-hole golf course there. So when I wasn't working, I used to go and just knock around because they allowed you to use their golf clubs and golf balls. And yeah, if you worked there. So that was brilliant. I'm not very good at it. Of course not. No, I wouldn't be, would I? Because I don't play it on a regular basis. So I can knock a ball, but that's about it. But yeah, that situation over there is quite bad. But okay, it's going to be interesting. Yeah. But in the end, we are where we are, aren't we? It's the point in all these things. We are where we are, and yeah. Don't know what's going on with the rest of it. I've only just started watching the news. They've got into those two subjects, but there's some interesting points there because, of course, immigration for the UK, difficult thing to solve. I don't see how they're going to. They're going to need some very clever people in to do that, especially as the Labour Party is quite left wing, and left wing is where they've been getting all the lawyers from to stop them getting rid of people. So good luck with that. You're going to need it. That's a certainty. You're going against your own party in doing this. So yeah, I wish you well in trying to achieve what you're pretending or actually trying to achieve. I'm not sure if they're pretending or actually trying to achieve it. I don't know. No idea. But there you go. We are where we are. Yeah, be interesting to see what happens. And America? I don't know. Because the problem is, if this is the longest shutdown, they're already past the point of return. From the point of being that, the Democrats will be embarrassed or made to feel bad by people not getting money or whatever. No, they're past that now. It's got to the point now where they pushed it far enough that it's now affecting more people than it was in the beginning. So, yeah, you might as well just continue. If you're a Democrat, I suppose, you've gone this far, you might as well push it a bit further. But the problem is, how far is this going to be pushed? Yeah. It is interesting, yes, to see what's going to happen. Yeah, interesting, yes. I added a W there to the word interesting. Yeah. Well, there you go. You might as well. Yeah. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to check up on the news in a few days to see what's going on, I suppose. See if there's any movement on these things. Or see if they backtrack very quickly. I think they could very well backtrack. Certainly UK and immigration, I think they could backtrack very quickly. Yeah, about using a Denmark system. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.